there's a lady who disappeared, went to DCI to claim that she imported oil worth 17 billion shillings. 17 billion, a Kenyan lady, 17 billion. And she's not even 55 years of age. Yani, she goes and imports oil, a whole tanker.
One person.
One person. 17 billion shillings. That's 100,000 metric tons of oil. Na bado wako na change, anaweza nunua kitu ingine anataka. Then the Kenyans, as usual, they take her and they disappear with her and kidnap her. And the oil is discharged and the ship is allowed to sail away. What's happening here?
It's not fair to say Kenyans kidnap her.
Yes.
It's not, you know, this is a media house, and you're a very senior journalist.
Yes.
So we must handle stories with the seriousness they deserve. It's not fair to say Kenyans kidnap her. This lady was summoned to DCI headquarters, I think on instructions of CS Chirchir,
Yes.
who she had met. When she went to DCI headquarters, and sometimes I take a break from news, so I'm one of those people who didn't even know this story,
Yes.
until I was going to town the other day, and I just stopped somewhere to get, you know, the shoes cleaned, and everybody was talking about that story. That's the day she was found. And then I tweeted it, and I could just listen, you know, to what people were saying. So she went and recorded a statement, and when she was leaving, she was snatched. She was grabbed. Remember, William Ruto said, we have been living in a country under Uhuru where police squads have been kidnapping and killing Kenyans who are found in River Yala.
Yes.
So, of course, this was DCI who did that, because she was grabbed within the precincts of DCI.
So mambo ni matatu.
One
So
second.
mambo ni matatu.
That was a very reckless thing to say for
Yes.
a head of state.
Very.
Yes.
That was a very reckless,
Because anything could
extremely
happen the
reckless
next day.
So
thing
mambo
to
ni
say.
matatu.
After some days, the lady also said, yeah, I was held in a house without windows. I was asked questions about this product. Now, this story is very disturbing for many reasons. Number one, Kenyans are easy to distract, and that's wrong. And we must use media to empower and educate Kenyans. I know a mzee in Kahawa with many, many, many flats that he has built over the last more than 30 years. If that mzee passed here today, you'd think he's a janitor for this building. Not every billionaire looks like a billionaire. So let us not be ignorant saying, how does this lady look, etc. A lot of these Kikuyu women who do big business, that lady... her
Wait,
business-
stop stereotyping.
No, it's not a stereotype. You cannot tell.
The mom said she didn't know she had that much money.
Yes, a lot of them are not. A lot of them are not. A lot of them are not. They're not loud. They are not showy. They're very private. In fact, I have a friend of mine who told me, you know, again from that same community, a lot of us, you can be building flats and your husband doesn't even know. So let us not be distracted by nonsense. The truth of the matter is that such an import had the opportunity to bring down the prices. It looks like this product was confiscated. So
Actually
that's
stolen.
major theft.
Stolen.
Yeah, it's so stolen, basically. And it's for a lot of money. And now the distraction is, you know, who is the person behind this woman? I don't think that is as important as the legitimacy of the product, because what this does, CEO, is show that the government seems to, again, to have a predetermined agenda to use fuel to extort money. Because she could have sold this product, for instance, at 182 and made money still, and made a profit.
Yeah.
So how cartels work is it's not a free market. So the minister is trying to control the import so that the price is an artificial price. This is a very big problem. It's a problem that needs to be addressed through the media, through the courts, through the streets, through anywhere. And I think that's why you saw the dialogue committee falling into disarray yesterday and the day before, because the Raila side, the Kalonzo side, quickly said, we should not agree to anything if it does not include
Cost of living.
cost of living, particularly fuel prices. And if I was Raila, if I had that kind of following, nothing could move me an inch from that position. Nothing. Not a bribe, not a bullet, not anything. I would rather die fighting for that. For millions of Kenyans, for majority of Kenyans, than live under that kind of oppression.
So Benji, thank you. I'll go to Esther first and then I come to Maria. The G to G, oil. Raila revealed a lot of stuff about this government, oil, government to government oil scandal or scam. What is your take?
First of all, to say I'm so tired. I'm so tired of listening to these scandals because I even didn't know about, like Benji said, he didn't know about this woman's story. I even had heard about it recently. So I've been trying to catch up on it here and there. But there's so many things about this scandal that is just really fishy. Because you've talked about the government-to-government oil deal that was introduced by the Kenya Kwanza regime under President Ruto. Because Uhuru used to use the open tender system where people could bid for the prices and sell the fuel. But now he gets into a contract with three companies in the Gulf states, specifically 3 Gulf companies. The deputy president said that this deal was going to lower the dollar, the shilling against the dollar,
rate.
the exchange rate, yes. At that time, the dollar was at 120. Right now, it's hitting 160, going higher. So they brought the promises about the government-to-government oil deal. There were promises about the dollar going down, the fuel prices being stabilized. But look at where we are. It's the opposite of everything. And then the government-to-government oil deal has very scanty information. I don't even know if the Treasury has a clear report about this government-to-government oil deal. And now look at one woman claiming 17 billion, 100,000 tons of oil. And this is a commodity that runs the economy of the whole country. So you look at it and you ask yourself, at whose expense are these things going on? There's a back and forth between the KPA, between the IPRA, between the CS of Energy. There is no clear information. And then Raila comes to say that Kenya never signed any deal with the Saudi Arabian government. And looking at Anne, one of the companies she dealt with there, she was working with there was Aramco, which was one of the companies that the government had also signed a deal with. So I'm very confused.
And she's buying it cheaper than the government.
It's cheaper, you see? And then you see, as much as Raila comes to tell us that he gave a statement yesterday about there was no government oil deal, there are fishy dealings, we need the prices of fuel to go down. You know, I even don't know who to believe right now because you don't know who is saying the truth, you don't know who is not saying the truth. And it's at the expense of the Kenyan people. The prices of fuel are going higher and higher every day. The international prices have stabilized, but Kenya is still at the same place. Uganda is pulling out from getting oil from us now.
And you have a whole pipeline to cater for them.